classroom.
Alright, I gotta... I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn it down because I don't want to hear my voice. I'll just copy the link. Alright. I'm just gonna put this in there. I guess I'll do it for Pi 2. I don't really expect I guess I'll put one in here too. I didn't plan on doing this, but I'm gonna do it just to kind of there we go. And now let me
And someone already popped in.
yeah, I know who that is. Let me just so it depends on who's on the account at that particular moment. So if it's just Kylo, I'm the most always. You're welcome. If it's just Kylo, yeah, okay. So it is Kylo. Kylo goes by she, they. If it's their wife, that is she, her.
Okay.
So it really depends at any given moment in time. Alright, I think... You know what? I don't really think it's gonna particularly do anything, because I don't... Yeah, I don't have access to that. So I'm just gonna leave that for now. Ladies and other people... Oh, Chris will be here soon. Oh yeah, I guess Chris is working. Alright, so... A fun little story about this. Street Fighter 6 sucks. Listen, we had... Oh, she's off today. Okay, gotcha. Like I said, initially I wasn't gonna do this. I was just like really tired, but I didn't want to push it until tomorrow because I know a lot of stuff is going on tomorrow. And I didn't want to push it to Monday because I have cooking to do or to help do. And then also on top of that, I have to get ready for work that following day, like the 2nd. So, for those who don't know, Dead Cells is usually like kind of my bread and butter game. It is the game that got me started. I just started with a random stream of this. And that was like, yeah, this is where I got the scissors from. Hi, Ava. I know you aren't in like... I know you aren't the best right now. So, if you want to just chill and lurk, that's perfectly fine.
You can loom like Fruit of the Loom.
I know what's been going on, so... But if you need me, do message me. I've actually been wanting to play this. So... I actually got this game as a gift in 2016? Or 2007. No, I got it in 2018, and I started playing it, and I had no idea what I was doing. I'm buzzed. Okay, well, as long as you're all right, but you better also get some water, or else. Alright. I can't say what that or else is gonna be, but get some water too, or else. But I started this and I couldn't even get past the first boss, so I literally stopped playing this game for like a year, and I was studying like everything, like color variations. I was studying different builds, how to use shields and bows and arrows properly, all different kinds of traps. Is that the mail lady? I was trying to learn how to do that so much. I live on the edge. Alright, bet. So I found some gifts, by the way, that I will send you if you don't hydrate properly. Also, Jello, hello. I was just messaging you a little while ago. Or else I'm getting me mouth. You know what? That's a proper response, though. No, you get the small toy mallet that they use during those K-pop shows, the variety shows. But yeah, I took a year off. I finally... Jesus, this is so heavy. Okay. God, I love this. I love this so much. But I'm here on time. I am painting props. But I am here. Oh, let me know how that goes, or I'll re-download Instagram and I'll take a look for myself. A year off, I feel that. So the thing is, this was actually my first roguelike game, but I didn't know what I was doing. I just know the cover looked cool. But I did take a year off to just kind of learn, and I practice here and there, because I was playing cross tag battle, but as Almond would tell you, it was a mess. We got really toxic, and we were just like, and play Boy the Simulator. That's on my spare time. But yeah, so we got really toxic on cross tag battles. A good voice and like personality for streaming, so I was like, you know what, why not? I finished most of the major bosses on stream, and those are probably some of my favorite moments. So I am very glad. Kylo, if you do get into this game, I highly recommend it. I love this game so much. However, do know that it got toxic. You, me, and he, you know who got toxic. Yes, we did. It was not a fun time. Like, okay, so to explain, when it was me, Almond, and Seablaze, who's another streamer, I'm actually gonna type his name out in chat right now. So I'm going to pin that in the chat. That is his Twitch handle. He plays a lot of Overwatch. He plays a lot of Street Fighter 6. Almond, I know you hate Street Fighter 6. Don't worry.
Street Fighter.
But I did want to give him a little shout out myself. I have too many Otome games, except one adult game my friend insisted on gifting me. By your reaction, I'm gonna assume it was not a good time. But yeah, so Kylo, if you do decide to get into this game, I personally absolutely recommend. but it will take some time to get used to. A lot of what I'm doing right now is just off muscle memory alone. But if you do need like any kind of help or tips or whatever, you know I'm more than willing to help. There actually is... I think there is something that's like listed for accessibility, but I don't remember if you have to like unlock it or not. And also, there are a couple of paid DLCs. There's also the deluxe... I'll take this one. There's also the deluxe edition for this, if you really like, I guess, want to get fancy, so to speak. I don't want anything from there. But yeah, if you want to get fancy or something like that, then... whatever. Alright, I don't mind cutting things with scissors, but... yeah. So yeah, when I finally beat this game, I beat it once off stream, but I could never seem to beat it on stream until one day, like, I just had this magnificent run, and like, I fell to my knees when that day happened. The day I first beat the Hand of the King, which is the final boss, it was insane. Alright, hold up, because this ain't it. I don't mind the scissors. The scissors are cool, but they're too slow. One thing, Kylo, I can tell you is that, without spoiling anything, because I don't want to spoil it for you, but the one thing I can tell you, if you look at the very bottom left corner, and you see a red one, a purple one, and a green one, that pretty much matches the colors of each weapon. So normally, like, your projectiles are purple, so like any bows and arrows, any like this boomerang here, stuff like that, or anything that comes paired with a gun, like this light sword up there, usually those are what you use for long range. If you get the right combination of long range, you can go really, really far without taking hits. The red is basically anything that like does excessive damage, so some stuff can cause bleed, some stuff can cause stun, some can power up on a third hit. If you get a speed boost, it can increase the damage you do, stuff like that. There are some other ones that are red that power up depending on the amount of HP you don't have. That bleed build was, oh my lord, that was so long ago. That bleed build was absolutely insane. I don't know if they nerfed it. I think between that and freeze, because freeze was just too powerful. There's also status ailments: burn, poison, freeze, electrified. I know there was another one. All of it is coming back to me now. But there's really so much that you can do in regards to like oh god, Hokuto's crossbow. Okay. So, it's all coming back. Kylo, Kylo, get your wife, please. So another funny story. How do I want to do this? You know what? I'll use this just for an example. And I think I will also take this. So, Hokuto's crossbow, I think a couple of years ago, was very infamous. Oh shit. I might have goofed. Wait a minute. I might have goofed. Wait. 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 I might have goofed. I might have messed that up bad. Wait a minute. We're gonna do that. There we go. Psych. Is there a luck stat? No. No, there isn't. But the reason why Hokuto's crossbow is so, like, I guess legendary is because it was a part of this, it was a part of this duo called Hokubo's Carbine. So basically, it was a combination of two different bows. I messed up already. It was a combination of Hokuto's crossbow, which I had just picked up, and the alchemic carbine. So what would happen is you would fire Hokuto's crossbow first. And because you do that, it would mark any opponent or enemy that got hit. And then when that enemy died, it would mark the next one in the vicinity. So essentially, you combine that with the carbine. And when you do, you basically use Hokuto's marking ability, and you just spread poison from one enemy to the next. So you could basically clear out a whole biome with just those two. It was absolutely insane. I've seen people finish this game in, like, I want to say maybe a little under an hour. I've seen them do that and just absolutely shred every boss in here. And I've seen them do it on the hardest difficulties. It was absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like it. So, it is a lot. But like I said, Kylo, if you ever need, like, any, like, advice or hints or whatever, I am more than willing to help. I'm not an expert, but there is a lot of stuff that I still do remember. There's, again, I don't remember if there's a full accessibility function. If there is, that could help you a lot. But yeah. What did the Dracula's Cross give you? So, Dracula's Cross actually still counts as, oh. Before I get into that. So, these three, if you're looking, red, purple, and green. Brutality is all the hand-to-hand weapons. Well, most of them are. Tactics is all the long range, so like lightning, anything that causes fire, any bows and arrows, crossbows, stuff like that. Survival is the hardest one, because survival is not only a lot of the shields that you get, it's also the heavy weapons. So you'll see like heavy war spears, glaives. One of the bosses drops a weapon that's literally, it's two like sights for hands. Like it, but they're all really, really slow. So if you don't particularly have the timing kind of perfect for it, you will get hit a lot. But for a lot of the higher level biomes, because this goes up to biome level like not biomes. For a lot of the other boss cells, this goes up to boss cell number 5. Survival becomes much more valuable. But to answer your question, Dracula's cross is just kind of like a projectile for the most part. I don't think there's anything special to it, to my knowledge. I'd have to actually go and see. What's funny is I can actually go through the biomes faster than this, but I'm just messing around to see what I can find. I don't want your stinking... You're dead. You're also dead. Cool. Meant the whole of the Castlevania DLC. Do you mean the weapons for the DLC? Because if that's what you mean, I can go and look them up right now. I do not feel like dealing with it. Okay. If you give me 1 second, actually, I'll just quit this. So, as you can tell here, there are a lot of accessibility options here, including customizations for whichever color, I guess. Oh, it lets you change the color of what you... I haven't even been in here, like, holy... I've never used this. Let's give myself... And you know what? I don't even feel like doing all that. And there's also an assist mode just in case. Just to kind of get you used to it. But the only thing is that each biome changes every run. And when you die, you end up going back to the very beginning. So where I was is the starting biome. When you die, or if you die, you end up going right back there. So you end up back at square zero. But whatever you unlock within that time frame, you keep that permanently. It's really complicated. There's a lot to it. And I'm sorry I'm talking so much about it. So let me check and see. Okay. So I really need to go down and see what came from what, because I'm not entirely sure myself. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna hop on D&D. I'm gonna hop on D&D prep. See you later tonight. Don't forget to feed the sheep. What's the frame? Okay, before you go, I believe the whip sword and the Bible and I believe Death Scythe came from there. If I'm not mistaken, the cross also came from there. And then the Alucard shield also came from there. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, and the holy water. So there are a couple that came from there. And that may not even be all of them, as I'm talking your ears off about this game. But enough about me for a few minutes. How are you guys doing? How is your New Year's Eve going? Because thankfully, I'll talk to you later. Thankfully, all the heavy laundry finally got done, so I have clean clothes, thankfully. There's only a few other small things to do, but it's not even all that much, thankfully, so that'll probably get done later on in the year. It's actually kind of okay, which is nice. Yeah, I know it's a big change from like I know it's definitely like a relief from Oh, I didn't even know I had a new armor. Okay. What do I want? We're gonna do melee. Cause I know you were really stressed out, and especially with Potato being sick and everything, and along with him having, you know, asthma like myself, I can only imagine how stressful it's been for both you and Chris, honestly. So I'm glad he's getting better. I'm glad Chris is getting her voice back, and
tell everyone I said hello.
I'm glad that
and hope they get well soon. People be out here living sick on the streets.
Oh, you want to be annoying.
Harry
That's what you get. Look, I don't have time for the game, so if you're gonna... Oh, nah, I'm not doing this. You can give me the money, though.
What's that bomb? What about that bomb?
Nah, I don't need that one.
Ah, that's bomb because of the slow down.
Correct. Stupid.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chip. Wow, they even have the secrets like in Castlevania.
Yeah.
No wonder this game is good. I might try it in the near future.
Nah, I'm good.
I'll try Dead Cells in the near future.
I really just heard. I did that again. That is not a good look. I can't be out here embarrassing myself like that, bro. That is shameful. Not intentionally. But I would also like to say that I am glad that
all I'm on was out here asking me.
Did you read my message?
Who, me?
Yes.
No. You said it on the phone?
Yes. You don't have to read it out loud, but do read it. What I was gonna say was, I'm really glad that, like... Oh, God, here we go.
Oh, the elite and he said. Okay,
Goodbye.
Now.
Stupid. I'm glad I'm going to be, like... ending like this year and starting the new year with you and Chris and Pi and everyone, because
Avatar and you know I can work.
You know.
Because I can do it. I won't have too much.
Like, I've been working through, like... I've been working through, a lot of what happened, like, earlier this year. I've been working through a lot of that in therapy. But it's still kind of like... It still kind of sucks because it's like... I haven't been to medieval times in years.
I actually still have the bracelet. Good times.
Ooh. These are fun. These are fun.
Poison.
Yes. And of course, Jello. Jello has been like outside of everyone new that I've met through like the Twitch community, Jello has been like one of my rocks throughout like that entire ordeal, and I appreciate them a lot more than I can really say. But yeah, like, I think majority of, like, a lot of it was just that, like, majority of, oh my god, my fingernail. Alright, that's done. A lot of it was just that, like, and I can't stress this enough, like, a lot of the times that I needed to kind of be there for myself, I kind of neglected because I thought that, you know, whatever I was dealing with at the time really wasn't that important. And then the one time that I decide, you know what? It is important, because if I don't, like, find a way to, like, get myself back in a better headspace, you know, like, I'm gonna run myself ragged. I know, and it's because, like, I'm very used to it. Sorry I keep going quiet. I'm trying, like, to get through this, getting hit as little as possible, because, fun fact about this game, there are actually some bonuses if you're able to get through certain biomes without getting hit. So I think the first one is 30 enemies, and then the second one is 60. The bonuses kind of vary, but going back to your point, like, I had dealt with it for like so long, it had kind of become like a little bit of second nature in a way, to where, because I was afraid of like being lonely, like sometimes lonelier than I already can be, I just felt like there was no reason to like go into what I needed to, because it wasn't something that was like a priority at that moment. So I never really spoke about it. And then like the one time where I was like, hey, listen, I need to take time and figure this all out. And granted, he was going through his own stuff too, but everybody in our circle most everyone, he had other people to talk to. And okay, I need to figure out which way I want to go from here.
Finally playing cassette piece.
I don't feel like going through the ossuary. The ossuary is a bitch. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. There's also the other one. The morass of the banished and the prison depths. You know what? We're gonna go here. Fuck it. But I think it's time for you to move beyond that mentality. You've spent long enough trying to be what everyone else needs that you've missed the chance to be what you need. I mean, you're absolutely correct. I'm not even really gonna lie. Sometimes I don't even know what that is. If I'm being just absolutely honest with you. I have no blueprints, so I can't help you. So the other thing that I want to do is this. I'm gonna need to buy a new shield at one point. I'm not going in the bank. I am rusty and I have not played this game in a couple of months. So what we're not gonna do is get clapped before I've gotten started. I haven't even reached the hour mark yet before I'm gonna decide that I'm gonna, you know, get clapped up like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's like and you know what? I think the funniest story about yo, bitch. Anyway, the funniest story about that is they're throwing darts at me. I don't appreciate that. You're not finna attack me with blow darts, sir. I'm not allowing that. Goodbye. Alright, this next one is kind of tricky. Got him. Yes, sir. Oh! Jesus. But no, you're absolutely right. The thing is, I'm kind of weird because I say like over and over again, like for like a good number of years, I'm always like, hey, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna put myself first and I'm gonna, you know, A, B, and C. But it seems like every time I try to, I'm constantly tested about it. And I just kind of sit here like, you know, for once, can I do for myself without like having to feel this heavy amount of guilt, which I know a lot of the time does get taken advantage of. I won't say out loud. They'll never admit it, but it does get taken advantage of a lot. And after a while, you start to feel like you don't matter so much that, like, you just kind of give it up. You're just like, you know what? What's the point? The fuck? I would like that. Thank you. You know? So you're constantly just stuck in a loop because you try and put yourself first, but you essentially end up just feeling horribly guilty about it. But if you don't, all that happens is like you just wear yourself out till eventually you just have like nothing to really give. And it's been like that for the last couple of years. That's also why one of Hermit's tarot card readings for me in her Discord, it's kind of funny that like one of those stated that I was like that I had kind of given up on certain things because fun fact, that's exactly what happened to me in regards to like a relationship sense. Downward smash, flammable oil, downward smashes burn the ground. That's not too bad, but I don't need it right now. I don't need it. So yeah, like, yes sir. Woo! Ah, you ruined my streak. Heavy. But anyway, that's kind of why, like, I had kind of, cause I mentioned relationships to you guys before, and that's like a big part of why I kind of gave up on a lot of them, or trying to pursue one, because number one, I am horribly afraid of rejection. Not to say I can't handle rejection, or I do the usual, you know, thing you hear guys do where they all of a sudden have become like serial killers, for lack of a better phrase. I don't do that, but I am afraid of it because it's kind of like, how do I put it? Oh! What is that? What the? Stupid. Anyway. I don't know. It's like, I know they're complicated, and I know a lot goes into them, relationship-wise. But where I grew up, it was kind of one of those things where, like, because you weren't dating as early as, like, middle school. I'm not even gonna get into high school, because high school was kind of a mess. But usually, if you weren't, like, dating around that particular time, you were kind of seen as less than for the most part. Oh, a sacrificial altar. I don't have a mushroom man for that, so we're just gonna move on. Ain't a damn thing. Who the f dates in middle school? You will be surprised. A lot of my friends were like hooking, well, a lot of friends at the time were like hooking up by like 7th, 8th grade. Like I said, I grew up in like your typical like black community, as bad as that sounds. And it was even worse because I ended up going to a Catholic school for middle school, so you can imagine how crazy some of that stuff got. Then I ended up going to a public high school and it kind of got worse, but yeah, usually, like, if you weren't around that time, like, and especially in high school, let's just say, how do I put this? I got called gay a lot in high school. It was really funny because, oh, hold on 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I hate the way gay is weaponized. Unfortunately, in a lot of black communities, I'm not saying it's okay, but in a lot of black communities, it is like weaponized that way. And like, the thing is, I had a lot of girls as friends, and that was always kind of like the main thing, because their scheme, tainted flask, vengeance. I'm trying to figure something out. Don't mind me. I'm Heart of Ice, attacking a slow. We'll do this. We'll do this one. Okay. So yeah, I was friends with a lot of the girls in like my middle schools and high schools and stuff like that. But even though that was the case, if it wasn't any of like the guys, I got a new trophy? That's funny. It would either go one or two ways. Either I would always be like, oh, it would always be like, oh, well, if you're not like, I don't want to be too vulgar, but oh, if you're not like sleeping with her or hooking up with her or whatever, why do you go around her for? Or if it was brought up, it would usually kind of just be a joke, and the girl in question would just like completely embarrass me in front of like some people. It happened to me, especially my 9th grade year in high school. It was really, really bad. So yeah, it was big for myself in middle school. Everyone dated, but I was also in a Boston middle school. Yeah, everyone seemed to... Alright, here we go. Give me 1 second. Ah! That was easy. I've got my eye on you. Oh my lord, that sounds like a Chris pun. I hate it here. But yeah, so like throughout most of high school and majority of college, until I ended up, I left college due to, my mom getting hurt. So up until that point, what ended up happening was, I just kind of gave up. And I know that, like, a lot of the time, like, they'll insist that, you know, a guy kind of has to make the first move. But, like, I'm incredibly nervous about that, you know, because I have low self-esteem already. And, like, I know they tell you that, like, the worst thing that someone can say is no. And I think that's kind of weird in and of itself. Like, that's the worst thing that they can say. I think a no is pretty normal, depending on how they say it. Like, if they're like, hey, I'm not looking for anything right now, I just want us to be friends, whatever. If they're not condescending and acting like they're better than you, a no is perfectly fine. You know what I mean? But like, a lot of the no's I would end up getting were like, what's the word? They were also like accompanied by a lot of like insults. Cause number one, I was a nerd. I didn't play a lot of Grand Theft Auto and like stuff like that when I was younger. Like I played mature games like Ninja Gaiden and God of War. I did play a lot of those, but I wasn't playing like a lot of GTA or like 2K. I actually despise the 2K franchise, but that's a rant for a whole different stream. I was mainly playing like on my Game Boy Advance. I was playing a lot of Sonic Advance 3. I was playing like Pokemon Emerald. I was playing Kirby. A no doesn't have to be cruel. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I get just a simple, you know, I don't see you like that or whatever, I'm perfectly fine with that. But don't be like cruel about it. You know, I have bad self-esteem as it is. You don't have to like rub salt in the wound. You know what I mean? But so yeah, there was that. I used to wear, well, I still do. I wore glasses. I was actually heavier weight-wise back then than I am now, which also sadly played a part in that. I had really bad eczema, like severe dry skin. To the point where it was hard for me to even like, if I was going to take a bath, I had to take a bath in like Aveeno because the oatmeal was soothing for my skin. And even then, like, you know, I had to take another medicine at night to keep me from itching, but also to put me to sleep. So I had like kind of everything working against me, so to speak. And then like it all kind of culminated in like my stepdad, which, well, my ex-stepdad, because fuck him. He was caught in the house that we were living in with another woman, so fuck him. But it all culminated when at one point he had tried to hook me up with someone without knowing. And to a degree, I was kind of... Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. So, what ultimately happened with him was he tried to hook me up with someone, and I was like, kind of excited because I sat there and I had thought to myself, well, hey, that seems like pretty cool, and if she's chill and we have stuff in common, you know, things could work out. So then she had asked me to send a selfie of myself. And I told her, I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't think I could do that, because I was very self-conscious. Like, I've posted selfies before, but like, I try not to really look at them because I don't think I'm photogenic like that. As you guys listen to me eat chips. And don't worry, I do have dinner made. I keep hitting myself. I do have dinner made, so I'm not just gonna be eating chips for dinner. Just to let you guys know. But so eventually she encouraged me just enough to send it. I just want to make sure you guys know, like, I have actual food to eat. Oh, you've done chips for dinner? My friends and I sometimes do that if we don't feel like actually buying food. We just get a bunch of snacks and like any microwavable dinners, and we just like chow down on that. But so I sent the selfie to her. And sadly, I will never forget this for mostly as long as I live. Basically, what ended up happening was, she pretty much messaged me, like, I think, like, 10 minutes later. And she was like, oh, I actually have a boyfriend, lose my number, don't call or message me again. Something like that. And I actually remember completely cursing my ex stepdad out. Like, I remember that fondly. I was like, the next time you try and hook me up with someone, please don't. I don't want to know anybody, whoever you meet. I don't care. So, in essence, you know. And then on top of that, I had a similar situation, but I was with a person I thought was a friend, and she tried hooking me up with someone who didn't exist. What the fuck? Why are people like this? I don't understand. So, the reason that this correlates with the reading I got from Hermit was because I gave up partially, even though I talk about wanting a relationship a lot. I gave up. Mind you, it was early 2000, but I never really understood the fun someone would ever get from that. Yeah, like it. It's like, why are you getting your sick kicks at my expense? Like, what the hell? But, the reason why it correlated to that tarot card reading is because no matter how much I may say that, like, you know, I want to have something that's, like, as cute as Chris and Kylo's relationship, or like, or I want something where I can gush about my partner like another person of ours, her name is Kendall. I would love something like that. Oh, there's a shield here. Whatever. I'll take that. There we go. Well, I'm only gonna do mine in the microwave. So, like, I'll say that, but no matter how much I say it, like, the sheer fact and the possibility that I would have to, like, put myself out there like that again when I really don't have too much to give anyway. The sheer possibility of having to do that scares me shitless. Because a lot of people probably won't understand this, and that's okay if they don't. But there are worse things that, because I've experienced it, there are in fact worse things that you can hear than a no. You know? And that's why I've never understood why a lot of dudes get butthurt when they get told no. Because there's far worse that you can be told. And I can say that because, again, I've lived through it. So when I hear, you know, cis men, normally white, no disrespect to Kylo, because I love you to death, but when I hear that, I'm just like, for what? What's the purpose of that? You know? No. There we go. That's what I wanted. Sorry, typing and avoiding getting paint on my phone. No, that's okay. I already know you're painting a prop, so that's perfectly fine. I would also like to point out that Jello has an Instagram under the same name because she is a cosplayer. She makes a lot of her own props and stuff. I've seen them because I follow her, of course. And if you are ever curious to, like, look at some really cool stuff she's done, like I said, her Instagram is feeling like Jello, like it is in whatchamacallit. From what I understand, she may have some new stuff happening in the new year. Yes, feeling like Jello cosplay. But yeah, from what I understand, she has some new stuff coming in the year. So just throwing it out there, I definitely check her out. Fingers crossed. Listen, a lot of the work and stuff you do is fantastic. And I cannot wait to see what you're going to be cooking up next. Chris got me a One Piece cosplay. So who is it from One Piece? You don't even have to thank me, cuz I know, like, what are these trophies? Get the fuck! Hey, yo! I forgot there are experiments here. Let me... You are good, bro. Yes, sir. I know that you sometimes worry because you compare yourself a lot, and we all do. Like, that's a given. But just keep in mind, like, not only with, like, making crafts, but also putting on the cosplay in general, like, just keep in mind that, like, the way that you add your own style to them, no one else really does that, and that's what makes them different from, like, any other cosplayer that you would see on social media or Instagram or TikTok or what have you. Perona. I feel like I know who that is, but I also haven't seen enough One Piece to say that I know who that is. I am not a hardcore fan. No, I didn't just fall off the cliff. What are you guys talking about? You're crazy. I've never fallen off a cliff in my life. It's fine. An elite? Oh no! Wait a minute. I want to say Persona, but her name is Perona. But yeah, please, like, keep in mind that, like, no one cosplays or creates the way that you do it, and all of your stuff is good enough, because I know a lot of the time when you mention it, you're always afraid to, like, kind of show it off. So that's your little daily reminder that your stuff is always good enough. Also, to everyone here, I am so sorry that, like, I went through my whole sad, tragic backstory. Y'all are not here for that, and that is not what I am here to serve. I am here to serve encouragement and pro gameplay. Yeah, gameplay. Sure. I'm just good enough. I'm not bad. I'm not a pro. I'm just good enough. Are you... Fight me! Tori, that is called giving me far more credit than I deserve. I just do the supporting. We'll do this one. Listen. No, actually... Believe it or not, you're actually very lucky because I currently cannot really argue with you because Kylo and Chris, if they're both still here, they are both aggressively supportive. So like if I argue with you about it, it then becomes an aggressive like 3-on-1. And usually I don't win with those odds. So aggressively support. Yes, I said it. Aggressively supported. But Chris, hear me out. Did I lie? Did I lie? Exactly. And right now, Kylo is kind of like really powerful. I don't even know what these doors are supposed to do. Right now, Kylo is like extra powerful because they have Baldur's Gate 3 and they've been waiting for this moment for like 84 years. So right now, like... Yeah, exactly. So... This is the... My God. I might need a stronger weapon at some point, but I don't know if I can get to a point fast enough for me to get it. Thank you. I know to a lot of people who haven't played this game,
I'll test the waters.
I make this look incredibly easy. It's not. Please let me make that absolutely clear. It is not. Like I said, a lot of this is... What else we got? It just gave me a bunch of shit that I don't want. But you know what? That's fine because it does more damage anyway. I did all that for nothing. I hate when I do that. But it's fine though, it's fine, it's fine. So yeah, I'm not going to argue that I also deserve the love and support because I can't, realistically. The mausoleum, oh shit, I don't... This whole stream is me like either ranting or like whatever. Oh, Jello. I actually meant to tell you, so one of my friends in New York, she actually messaged me, and last night we were talking about some of the stuff that happened for the SBS awards, or like one of the end of the year shows. It was atrocious. Like, whoever was working in the back and whoever were the cameramen, they need to get fired. Like, fired. Like, you played one group when another group was performing. Half of the lights weren't working for their stage. Instead of getting the proper shots for the group, like, you were doing all these widescreen shots, which would normally work under certain circumstances, but, like, it didn't. And it was just, like, so bad. It was so bad. The worst thing is, though, that, 10 ended up, I think he was either trying to, like, walk off stage or something like that, and 10 ends up, I haven't seen it yet, but when YG sang Sweet Dreams, because that was horrible. Yo, the worst thing though was that oh, I know who I'm fighting. Oh, when JYP sang Sweet Dreams, yo, you will not believe the amount of people saying that he ate and that people need to stop hating on him. I'm like, bro, I'm not ageist or anything like that. But if you don't sit your old asses down, bro, we already don't like you for, like, overworking twice to the point where Mina and Jonghyun had to take a significant hiatus. Like, we already don't like you for you doing that. I'm saying all of this, I'm barely paying attention to this fight, which I find hilarious. Oh! I'm really feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I am not about to lose to you, bro. Got him. And I only needed to heal once. Watering time in Mushroom We Trust.
Hey, yo.
I'm going to need, Kylo, if you're in the chat right now, I'm going to need for you to stop giving these PSN trophies names. I'm going to need you to stop it right now. I'm going to need you to cease.
In Shroom We Trust.
Yes, watering time in Shroom We Trust. This is all stuff that I know you would say at one point or another. She will never stop. What did I do? What was I gonna say? So, what ended up happening, 10 from NCT, he ended up, oh, nah, I'm not doing that. We're not going that way. Nah, I'm good on that. High Peak Castle, and then, nah, because I know where that goes. So 10 from NCT, like I said, I think he was walking off stage or something like that. He ends up falling down this like tunnel area, no stairs or anything, and it's dark on top of that, so he can't see. So he is just like trying his best out here, and I'm just like, bro, how long until y'all get it together? Because this is starting to get ridiculous. Like, this happened with one member of one member of Red Velvet, where she ended up getting hurt trying to get off the stage because it was just not safe. It's absolutely ridiculous. There we go. You're gonna keep getting slowed, buddy. I don't know what you want. Fuck. Got him. Nope. Not having it. What about JYP? Oh, we're shitting on him. We are shitting on JYP because sometimes that is what he deserves.
The Shadow King.
No, that's perfectly fine. I completely understand. Like I said, I know what you're going through. You don't have to apologize. As long as you're still here, that's all that matters. You're gonna keep getting slowed, buddy. Again, I don't know what to tell you. You keep thinking it's sweet out here. Oh. Yeah, you're gonna die, buddy. Oh! Bastard. It's getting worse. I don't listen to Twice a lot, but I know one of the members, from what I read, had to give an apology from showing her home flag on camera. She's from Taiwan. I think the member that you're talking about is Chewy. Cause she's the only member off the top of my head that had an issue like that. That was kind of years ago. So there was that. But yeah, like most of the stuff I've heard in regards to JYP is just like, yeah. I know I'm not the most like highest of high energy because most of this stream was used for me to like get out my trauma. But I hope you guys really are enjoying the stream. I won't forgive him for Icon. Wasn't Icon YG? That guy, buddy. You're not that guy. Ah, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt a lot. I was being greedy. Come get cooked, bro. You can still get cooked. Oh, oh! I gotta stop getting greedy, bro. That will cause my downfall. You missed. You'll have to try a little bit harder than that. Hey, Michael, what time is it right now? What time is it right now? It's 7:01. God, oh my God. Daehyun from BAP signed with the same label that Jungkook did. Interesting. The conversation has now become full-on K-pop, which if Mimi were here, she would be very happy. I didn't know that, but I'm so happy that they are doing well. Aw. Okay. I'm actually kind of speed running this, not gonna lie. Same, minus my actual bias that turned out to be a creep. Oh no. I am so sorry. We'll just reset them. We're still gonna do melee. Are you fucking serious? At least I have money to spare. No! Well, fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. Um... So, just to let you know, this is the last boss. Whether I win or lose, I'm probably gonna end a little early because I want to get something to eat and kind of just mellow out. But I do appreciate you guys being here because, like I said, I just appreciate that, like, you guys take the time out to, like, I don't know why I'm so mushy when I know I'm fighting a boss right now. That's fine. No!
Oh, that hurt.
Oh my god. I know where I messed up though. I was trying to freeze him so I could at least get the heal off more because I was very close. But damn, he fucked my shit up. He was spamming the bombs and also spamming how he would swing. So ultimately I was trying to like deal with both of that at the same time while trying to heal, and he just kept hitting me in it. Whew. Alright. Yeah. What the? Yeah, I'm gonna call it here, only because if I try to keep going, I will not eat until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, just off of adrenaline. Like, this game will be one that, like, I can sit and go through for multiple, especially after a run like that. I can sit and play through that literally for hours. So I'm gonna stop myself. I know it was a little bit shorter, but I'm also kind of like relatively low on energy tonight, so sadly this is where I'll end it. But sir, it's not like it's the only thing I've eaten. Like, I've eaten earlier today, like I've eaten, but I just don't want to miss dinner lest everyone start yelling at me. So I'm gonna go, and I am going to go make my food. But before I do go, there's one thing I want to do. Well, there are a few things.
I don't want you.
So I want to pin that in the chat because that is where Chris and Kylo reside on twitch.tv. They're a really fun time. I think the best part about them genuinely is that, and Kylo just mentioned this in their Discord, it's a space where you can be like, you can have a bad day and you can, okay, thank you for correcting me. Let me there we go. You can have a bad day and you can like be open about it and like kind of talk about it, rather than, there's not a quote good vibes only, or like I guess you can call it toxic positivity. Like, it's open for you to like be your genuine self like they are, and I do appreciate it. So feeling like Jello cosplay on Instagram, and then Lazy Villagers on twitch.tv. I just wanted to put those out there. I'm so sorry this was so short, but again, like I said, I need to go and make my food and everything. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. This is probably the last stream for the year until whenever I get the energy to. So until then, thank you. I love you guys, and I'll see you during the next stream. Have a good night, and Happy New Year in advance.